Hey there, it's Jen and welcome to my channel. And for those who's returning, thank you for your support. It really means a lot to me. I hope you're doing well and have some fun plans for this weekend. I know the fall foliage is really beautiful this year, so maybe you'll take a ride this weekend, do something fun. Today I'm going to talk about healing self-esteem, all right? In ourselves, and I think it's critical to focus on this important topic since having healthy self-esteem helps us make positive changes in ourselves, and it makes it so much easier to go on a journey of personal transformation when you have positive self-esteem. So when you're feeling good about yourself, it just makes it easier. So I want to be practical here and realistic. Positive transformation doesn't happen overnight. The journey of positive transformation is a process. And the first thing we all need to do when starting this journey is to spend some time in self-reflection, especially when we think poorly of ourselves. We need to ask ourselves, where and when did we start thinking negative thoughts about ourselves? For instance, did a family member tell you as a child, for instance, you wouldn't amount to anything? Did a school teacher say to you, you're not that smart, I don't see you going to college? Or did a boyfriend or spouse criticize you frequently, in spite of how many times you try to do the right thing to please them, or you thought you were doing everything in your power to please them, and they'd still criticize you repeatedly? These are all forms of emotional abuse, and quite frankly, no one deserves it. I myself have been a product of emotional abuse, and it takes time to overcome that and reflect. So I'm speaking from experience. So it can be painful to go through this process, but in the end, it's worth it, because it's like, if you can think of it as pulling out the weeds of your mental garden, okay? You don't have to do this overnight, okay? But think of all those negative thoughts as weeds in your mental garden. And if you want to have a beautiful garden of, a wonderful garden of beautiful thoughts, you got to get rid of those weeds first, right? Okay. So, and of course you want to be gentle with yourself. And you can do this at your own pace, okay? First thing I would suggest is do something nice for yourself each day you're going through this process of self-reflection, okay? Reward yourself. Do something nice for yourself. The second thing I would suggest is writing down these thoughts that come up for you. Perhaps on a piece of paper, or a journal. That's because that's where self-awareness kicks in. When we start writing it down, it helps the process. And because once we're aware of why we think the way we do, we can change the way we think about ourselves, okay? The third step, once you've written all of your thoughts down, including the negative thoughts about yourself and where they came from, is to acknowledge they don't reflect who you really are, okay? They really are false thoughts that we go through life, thinking a lot of false things about ourselves. So once we become aware of them, it helps the healing process and helps you to transform in a positive light. So you say out loud, I let go of these hurtful thoughts and replace them with positive ones. For instance, you may have been bullied as a child. You say, I am no longer a child bullied on the school playground and made to feel worthless. I realize now that was an illusion, that they wanted me to feel bad about myself. I no longer give them power. I take back my power, my personal power. I am fine just the way I am. And give yourself a hug after doing this, okay? Because some of this, it may be somewhat painful or uncomfortable. Give yourself a hug. Of course, you're going to be alone when you're doing this, right? In your own personal space, after doing this, give yourself a little hug. Hug that child within you and say, you're okay. You're okay just as you are and worthy of love. And during this process, you may very well cry. Let it out. Let it out, okay? Crying, I hear, we've all heard, crying can be very therapeutic. Let yourself heal. If stuff comes up that's really painful and you wonder if you should talk to someone, go for it. It may be just what you need. There's nothing wrong with seeking therapy, and nowadays you can even seek therapy online. So you have to do what's right for you, okay? So go at your own pace and do what's right for you. So getting back to the process, I would suggest once you've written all your thoughts down on paper, is to either burn that piece of paper, and of course safely, or rip it up and throw it away. And while you're doing that, say something like, I'm done thinking these thoughts. I want to think only good thoughts about myself. And go and do something that makes you feel good. If taking a bubble bath makes you feel good, then go and take a bubble bath. If volunteering at your local soup kitchen makes you feel good about yourself, then go volunteer. Do whatever makes you feel good about yourself. Do whatever makes you feel good inside. Do that for the rest of the day, whatever you want. I want you to replenish yourself, okay? I don't want you to feel drained for the rest of the day. I want you to replenish yourself, okay? And when you're feeling sincerely up to it, and when you're alone and not distracted, of course, I want you to stand in front of a mirror in your home and smile at yourself. Give yourself a nice, friendly smile and say out loud, this is a new day for me. This is the day I start affirming myself in a positive light. This is the day I start reciting positive affirmations to myself. Now, there are tons and tons of positive affirmations you can say out loud to yourself or mentally inside. That's your choice. But for now, I suggest starting with the basics and saying them out loud. For instance, you may want to say the following affirmations in front of a mirror. I love and accept myself as I am. I am lovable. I am worthy. I deserve to be treated well. I deserve the best in life. I deserve a loving relationship. I open myself up to new possibilities. I open myself up to happy experiences. Whatever feels comfortable for you is right for you at this moment in time. And you may want to say these affirmations like 3 times in a row or whatever, maybe even more. Go one affirmation at a time. Start filling your head with those positive thoughts, okay? And just realize that a new habit takes time, takes practice, okay? If you say these affirmations, these positive affirmations, over a period of time, I think you're going to start feeling better about yourself. And that's where the healthy self-esteem starts to click in, to resonate with you. It's a journey, but you can do it. And you can do it at your own pace. Whatever feels comfortable. You can reclaim your power. You can reclaim your self-worth. It belongs to you. I also want to mention something to you. That anger may very well come up for you during this process, a feeling of anger. You may ask yourself, why did I allow myself to even think these thoughts in the first place? Why did I allow others to emotionally abuse me or talk to me in a disrespectful manner, whatever the case may be? And that's where forgiveness clicks in. You have to work on forgiving yourself and perhaps even those people. It doesn't absolve them of what they did. And just on a side note, we all have a life review when we pass on. And if it makes you feel better, those people will have to feel what they did to you, how they made you feel. So, but that's another day. Right now, you got to focus on yourself and on your own healing. At least forgiving yourself if you feel angry, that why do you allow, if you feel that way. I'm not trying to plant anything in your mind. If you don't feel responsible or feel anger or anything, that's okay. That's okay. But if anger does come up for you and you're blaming yourself in any way, you have to work on forgiving yourself. No one is perfect, We live in a very toxic society. There's a lot of negativity, especially nowadays. And I think, it's important to create some boundaries and make sure that you are taking care of yourself and making sure that you're not allowing that negativity into your mind anymore. Okay? So remember, it's a new day in your personal evolution, a new day to transform yourself into the person you want to be. You're letting go of those negative thoughts. They're really not the truth about you anyway. You're replacing them with positive thoughts. Okay? It's going to take time. Remember, it's a journey to take at your own pace. Be patient with yourself. Be loving with yourself. You will get there. With time and effort, you will get there. It may be all by yourself or with a therapist, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong, like I said earlier, in seeking a therapist. Nowadays, I'm not going to mention any because I don't think that's my place, but you can seek some online. Whatever feels comfortable for you, whether in person or online, that's your choice. Because you're in control of your life. Just remember that. You are taking back your power. So, I am now going to end this video with an angel card for the day. A card that I asked my angels and spirit guides. And we all have angels and spirit guides. They're assigned to us when we incarnate here to guide us. So I asked my angels and spirit guides to guide me to pick a card for all those watching this video, okay? And that is the card of forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness. And if you notice the border, it's all green, okay? Green is associated with healing, okay? So I want you to focus on the imagery of green as well as angel of forgiveness, okay? Maybe surround yourself with green light, green healing light. You can even call in Archangel Raphael. I work with the archangels too. Archangel Raphael is a healing angel. You can do that. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out. And by the way, I may do something more elaborate in the future, but I'm trying to make this page more about healing ourselves and empowerment, because there are other channels that, you know, do all these psychic readings and everything. I don't really feel that's necessary for everyone. I believe more in self-empowerment, so I'm just trying to guide you toward your own self-empowerment, okay? And so focus on the image, the green healing energy, and what I've said earlier, and may it help you on your journey of healing your self-esteem. And know you will get there. Be gentle with yourself. And love to you all. Peace, light, and love to you all. And have a great weekend. See you soon. And remember, forgiveness.